Was told it's illegal to discuss wages. For reference, I live in FL. Recently, it was found out that I make more than my one co-worker. This co-worker is obviously upset, granted that they've been at our job for longer. They've been pretty disgruntled with the fact that I got a raise and our other co-worker started with higher pay than him. This eventually led to him going back and forth with the bosses, and they told him it's illegal to discuss wages. In my disbelief and from what I read, that is a federally protected right. I was told I got the raise based on my performance is better, which is pretty true, but morally I don't believe people should be stuck at minimum wage when you can't afford it, live on it, and that the other co-worker has experience. Leading for me to bring this up to the manager I work directly under, who that told me also that it is illegal to discuss wages at work. I like my job and I like my superiors, but blatantly saying discussing wages is illegal because employees might be upset at pay differences, despite from my research that the NLRB website saying it's a federally protected right, doesn't feel right. Any advice is welcome. It is not illegal to discuss wages anywhere in the US. In fact, any attempt to discourage or punish discussion of wages is illegal. Get it in writing, then report it to the NLRB. They have it backwards. It's illegal for them to prohibit you from discussing wages. Ask them to give you that policy in writing and then report them to the NLRB. It is illegal under the Labor Relations Act of 1935 federally, and possibly at a state level as well, for example California Equal Pay Act, for an employer to restrict employees from discussing wages. It is protected speech under the law. If they're dumb enough to put it into writing either in a written statement or employee handbook, take that directly to the local labor relations board. I've had a bunch of employers over the years say stuff like that, knowing full well it was very naughty of them to do so, but relying on the ignorance of employees to get away with it. Them saying it's illegal is their way of trying to scare you and others into not discussing it. Why? Because of the situation it's now put them in. It's now an office with employees who feel empowered to, justifiably, ask for more. Also look at the workers who likely went from productive and content to disgruntled and less productive. They no longer have the curtain hiding how much they are not paying some versus others for the same role. The blind or unknowing worker doesn't have a comparative reason to ask for more money. If it makes you feel better, your manager is probably just stupid and not malicious. You'd be shocked at how many people actually think it's illegal thanks to deceptively worded company policies. Print off a screenshot of the NLRB website and post it everywhere. You're being lied to. It's the opposite. An employer can wish that you don't discuss wages, but they can't forbid you from it. It is illegal to stop employees from discussing wages as far as I know. Destroy your company with a lawyer. Quick, get them to put it in writing, your lawyer will love you. If you feel the need to correct your superiors, then do so. Maybe they don't know the laws. I don't know, but I don't think it's wrong for you to let it be known that it isn't illegal to discuss your wages. Tell him to put it in writing that talking about wages is illegal, on office letterhead. Then go to a lawyer with it. Or even an email saying it should work. Email him saying, I just wanted to make sure that I correctly understood you, that it's illegal for employees to discuss wages at work. What would happen if employees discussed wages off company time? Thanks. Credit for writing the email goes to Mike Mojk. It's not only not illegal, they are legally required to post a notice stating explicitly that it is within your rights to discuss wages. It's probably in your break room or near the time clock or something. Sorry boss, I think you're a little confused. It's not illegal for us to discuss wages at work, it's illegal for you to tell us not to or punish us for it. Glad I could clear that up for you. It's not. It's legal and frankly should be done. Ask them to send you an email with this information and maybe even handwrite a little letter with a signature. Since they're very sure of this. As a fellow FL worker, they're lying to you. This is federally protected. Get them to put it in writing and file a complaint with the labor board. Most likely though they won't be so brazen to put it in writing. Literally the farthest from the truth. It's a scare tactic. In an email. Hi manager, I was not aware it was illegal to discuss wages. Based on what you said to AAA on date, this is true. Am I understanding the situation correctly? He probably meant against company policy. A lot of idiots misconstrue the law with the rules. Technically you can't make it a company policy either, but Florida is an at-will state, which means they can fire you for damn near anything, probably including discussing wages if they are so inclined. But I am not a lawyer, so don't my word for it. Send them an email recounting that discussion. Then talk to an employment lawyer. You don't want to work there anymore, but you should try for that settlement before you go. It is most definitely not. Unless DeSantis signed a don't say pay bill while I wasn't looking. Your boss is lying to you. Florida strikes again. It's the Australia of corruption. Your boss just committed a crime. Reach out to your boss in writing to confirm your company's position on discussing wages. If he replies it's a no, report him to the feds. Absolute bullshit. Companies will try to imply it's illegal or against the rules, or may even straight up lie about it like your case, but no. Employees are perfectly free to discuss pay. I used to work at Costco and they'd have these signs in the break rooms basically saying not to talk about wages because some people may feel maligned by the company. Wonder why they might feel that way, Costco. Make them put their claim in writing and use it in a complaint to the NLRB. Live in FL. They make it seem illegal. I thought the same thing at one point. All companies give you paperwork at the beginning of your employment. You can always use that informational documentation with your friend's argument. Also remember, Florida has a fire-at-will law, so be careful. Read into it more. Can you send me an email about that so I have it in writing? It's indeed illegal for them to tell you that you cannot discuss wages. It's not illegal. Businesses don't want you discussing them for their own self-interests. They want you to be ignorant of what everyone is getting paid so you can't demand more. Anytime I hear we don't talk about pay or it's illegal, I always go with I didn't see that in the company policy. Can you show me where it's at or something or another? You bait them. Hi supervisor, I understand discussion of our wages is illegal. Is there anything else along those lines I should keep in mind so I can advise others to also avoid? This sidesteps admitting you have discussed wages, seems like you're taking initiative, and gets them to passively put into writing their violation of federal law. Then do with it what you will see. It is not illegal to discuss wages. Discuss wages. It is illegal for an employer to fire or punish you for discussing wages. And it should be illegal to lie to employees about their rights. It is federally illegal for them to even tell you not to discuss them. Forget about lying to you to do it. Get the Department of Labor involved. It's not illegal, they're lying. Your boss is a lying liar who constantly lies. If your boss will lie about that, what else does he lie about? Totally legal. Your supervisor lied to you through their lying teeth. Discuss it, fuck 'em. NLRB says otherwise. Get it in writing, send it to them. Nope, but discouraging people from doing it is. It's not illegal. Middle Management Bootlickers, PF. X200B. Not illegal, fuck them with a sideways crossbar. It is illegal for your employer to tell you it's illegal to discuss wages. It is illegal to prevent you from talking about your own wages. The biggest expense for most businesses is payroll. Talking about wages leads to unions and also reveals racial gender discrimination. Unions lead to higher wages. Higher wages result in less profit. Used to work at a bank in CA where the manager would always emphasize to employees never to discuss wages. That he will fire people for discussing wages and raises etc. How he has happily fired people for disrespecting him and talking about it behind his back.